I had a couple of hours spare. Obviously I had no car. Walking around the area, you can see yourself needed improvement. There was no green spaces for children to play, no safe places, and a lot of litter, a lot of rubbish, antisocial behaviour, and just thought, well, I don't really want my daughter growing up in an area like this. I want it a nice area, safe for her to play.
This was all like industrial land, really. Down by the football ground, which is the far edge of Northfleet North, that used to be a paper mill, and that was where one of my granddads worked. And then the other end, the hill end as it were, that's where the electricity generating board was. That's where my other granddad worked. And then in the middle was a big cement factory.
I mean, on our estate originally when we was there, it was all families that have been born in the area, and then their children born in the area, and they've got houses on the estate and stuff like that. And you do find, like, especially in the Northfleet area, if they're born in the area, they don't move out.
It's very divided. There are 5 different areas within this community, very distinct areas. There's a lot of council housing in the area. It's a transition community, but there are a lot of old residents who tell you stories of what it was like and how thriving the whole thing was, especially the high street.
We've done a community clean-up where we're fly tipping on a piece of area, just a strip of land about 10 metres wide and about 100 metres long, and it had been constantly fly tips on for 40 years. So again, there was a program called Obsessive Compulsive Cleaners. They come down for 4 days filming. We got in contact with a big local, and we got every volunteer going. We had the churches coming out, we had the local schools coming out, the playgroups.
Well, it's urban beekeeping. It's to put beehives in people's gardens if they like, and then to employ a couple of people as bee wardens who will come round and maintain the hive for you, or help you learn about beekeeping so that you can look after the bees yourselves. That's structured more like a cooperative, so that people who are overproducing honey can in effect give it back to the co-op, and then we can sell it at farmers markets, at the local mall. That ties in with another project that I've got called Micro Meadows, where we're doing, we're distributing native wildflower seeds, so wildflowers that would be native to this area. Donate a little patch to your garden, we'll give you a packet of seeds, and then you can have like a little micro meadow in your garden. If you can't maintain it yourself, if you're elderly or you're not into that sort of thing, then we've got people who will come around, turn the earth over for you.
Kent Wildlife Trust and stuff like that, and they come to me and said, would you like to do something in the area to sort of like brighten it up a bit? And I turned and said, I would love to do something in the area, but if I was to do it, I would like to do it with young offenders. And they asked me why, and I said, basically, you've got an awful lot of young offenders in the area, they're hanging around the street corners, nothing for them to do, they can't get employment because they've already got a track history. So what we're doing is it's work experience basically. They're going to come out, volunteer their times, working in the community. We're doing hanging baskets, we're going to do little Chelsea flower show ornamental gardens, we're going to clear some of the shrub lands. They're with us for 6 to 8 weeks. Once they've actually finished that, we then guarantee that they get job interviews, network with Al Lafarge, Kent Wildlife Trust, Eden Project, all on board, and turned around and said we will help you sort of like take this further. Again, the Blue Water, they've got a learning zone. They've turned around and said that any people that come through the course, as long as they finish the course, we'll get them interviewed back into employment and stuff.
Is it hard to relax? I had the idea of running a local bakery that deals with cakes and all the special cakes, and a sandwich bar as well, because there's the shops at the Hive where I live are all closed down, all their offices, there's 2 news agents there, and they've got nothing else for people to stop and stare and shop. It's sort of been run down. The idea is, after shop hours, is to get people in, help them decorate cakes and teach them that at a low cost, or for free if I can do it. But also during the day get sure starting, get the parents in to cook safely for children healthily.
In order to get to what you need.
We've had events down at the Northfleet football ground when we had the Olympics. We sent the posters out everywhere, done surveying, done leafleting. A lot of things are still in progress, like we're talking about a walkie-talkie group now, where people put on High Vis Fest, walk around in the community with a big local logo on, and hopefully you would pass somebody, what's that all about? We're the big local, we're residents, we've got £1 million over 10 years to make this whole area 10 times better. Would you like to be interested? Now the big locals come along, we've got a little bit of weight and stuff like that. We're able to talk to councillors at the meeting. The councillors are then pass it on to the councillors who are relevant. They'll come down now, again with the local press as well. It's actually drawing on the people that are there to actually get things going, and it is.
In order to get to what you need.
It's like the environment, green spaces, utilising the green spaces, tackling the fly tipping, brightening up the area, especially with like the gardening projects and stuff like that. In 10 years' time, I can see it with a beautiful river, lovely green spaces, lovely planted areas. We're going to have fantastic play spaces for children. We're in the barge, and they're going to sort out football pitches for children and the local school to start utilising. And yeah, just people very proud of where they come from.